Welcome to the Mixing Mondays podcast, episode 6. Today I want to go over the difference between starving your art and being a starving artist. Now, by all means, if you want to make art and you want to just do this as a side hobby, you think that gaining money might ruin the fun for you, I completely understand that. I used to be in that same scenario until I realized I really only have a limited time on this earth. I'd rather spend that time doing what I love rather than me having to find something to supply what I actually want to do. So if you're like me and you wanted to find a way to just do what you love 24/7, then you're probably going to need to make money off of it. In order to make money off of it, you need to have a fucking plan. So the first thing I want to talk about is you have to find the correct target audience. You got to understand where your dream listener is going to be located at. What Instagram pages are they following? What YouTube channels are they following? And really understand maybe my song could have the most success being placed in this pool of the algorithm. So then that way when they see it, then they watch your video and they realize
Like, oh damn, this is actually a good video.
they're hooked. They're going to click on your channel and try to find more about you, more videos of the same thing. You could already fuck this up and ruin your reputation. Imagine if somebody had put a country song onto Bizzle. Obviously, everybody in the comments is going to be like,
Yo, what the fuck is this? What the
you might have better success in a different pool of audience than you would had you chosen the right demographic for your song. So really spend time and really be honest with yourself. Who is my dream listener and where are they at online? Are they following so-and-so on YouTube? Are they following so-and-so on Instagram? And then take your song and then market it to those same groups of audiences. Music is very cutthroat. You make a song that's under a certain level of standard and quality, and people will flame your ass for it. You got to make sure whatever it is that you decide to put out is your best work. Music is probably one of the longest careers to grow, but you can blow up anytime, but it takes a strong foundation. You cannot blow up from zero unless you do something absolutely bizarre for you to go viral. And if you don't want to do no outlandish shit for you to go viral and you want a surefire, consistent method to help you grow, please take this advice and try it out.
Point number 2.
If you're making songs and you're just making songs because you're just trying to stay consistent, or you're not putting any real work into making the best possible song ever, you're instantly gonna ruin your reputation. Say you have 500 songs and 499 of them are good, but your potential listener hasn't heard any of the songs and they click on that one song that you released just because you had to stay consistent, then if that song is terrible, they are gonna assume that the other 499 songs on your channel are also
Terrible.
Make sure
Every single piece of work that you put out,
is something that you're proud of and you want to showcase and you really want people to be like, damn, I have to share this.
if I add this onto my playlist, my shit is shitting on everybody else's playlist.
So you want listeners to feel like that when they listen to your music, because songs like that, they will instantly put on their playlist. They will instantly share it. They will play it today, tomorrow, the next day, years after. How many songs from like 2010 are still iconic and amazing? Go listen to those songs and then try to understand, why is this song so good for me to listen to it years later? And then you put your music in front of your target audience by whatever it is, by using hashtags, keywords, or paying for promotion on the right pages. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit sounds like a way better plan than just,
Oh, I'm posting on DistroKid, and if I get playlisted, cool. Amazing. Someone found it. Awesome.
you could try doing that and you could just, keep fucking rolling the dice and eventually have a song that magically reaches over 1,000. And even over 1,000 isn't shit. To make any money nowadays, you probably need to be in the fucking hundreds of thousands. In order to consistently do that, what do you think needs to happen? You need to create a following of over 100,000s of people for at least, if every one person of your followers were to watch all your videos, you'd be chilling. But I'm assuming that you probably only get like 5% of your actual followings clicking through and actually watching what you have posted. From now on forward, release music that you feel like, okay,
Okay, this one is my favorite song.
so then I'm gonna put that one out. and then maybe I'll do a quick little reel. One thing that I noticed about reels, a lot of artists using one song and using just the best part of that song and creating multiple different visualizers of it to then post onto Instagram weekly. So in order to get a listener engaged, you also want to make content that are engaging from the jump. I guarantee you, if your intro nowadays is longer than 30 seconds and you haven't said anything within those 30 seconds, the listener will either skip halfway through your song just to get to the point of the song, or they're just gonna skip your song altogether. And this goes too with YouTube videos. If you're spending the whole fucking front half of the YouTube video saying,
Hi, my name is so-and-so. Like and do this, like and do that.
they are probably going to click off your fucking video. So when it comes to creating stuff now, you just have to get straight to the point. You want somebody to instantly put on the song and feel like,
Oh, this might hit.
and if your song's able to maintain a feeling, not feel stagnant any way through, then I guarantee you they're going to listen to the whole entire length of it without skipping your song in the first 5 seconds. And if they like that song, then they're more inclined to listen to the other music that you have to provide them the same type of feeling. Nowadays, people's attention spans are the fucking...
Smaller than a goldfish's.
That brings us into our next point, which is find out where you're lacking creatively, try to fix those spots. For me, I already had the vision for the videos for the podcast and the mixed breakdowns. All that I struggled with,
Was being lazy.
and honestly, I've been trying to do this shit consistently for years now. Damn near in 2021, 2022. And I stopped for like 2 years because I had thought that, okay, if I just waited until I had the perfect video idea, then I would never create anything. Don't wait. Don't sit on it. Just create and create and create until it gets to the point where it's good as fuck. And to the point where I know for a fact that, okay, I have the formula down. I have this shit looking amazing and exactly how I want it to look and exactly how I want it to sound. Find out where your inefficiencies are and hone in on them and work on them. Whether that's your artwork, whether that's your musical capabilities, or whether that's your consistency and how often you're trying to engage with your audience. Find out what needs work and seriously work on it. And drop your ego and don't tell yourself and trick yourself, oh yeah, this is good. Try to really think from an outside perspective in the eyes of your dream listener and be like, okay,
Okay, is this something that they might like?
creating a song that people are willing to share around depends really on a few factors. Your song either has to sound sonically amazing for your listener to feel a feeling off of it, or I've seen songs go also viral. They weren't even really good. They were just memes. Like, look how Ice JJ Fish blew up. Obviously, his music was kind of questionable. The reason why I feel like he blew up is because his music is so ridiculous. It just puts a smile on your face. People just had to share it. I showed it to my cousins and they were dying about it and they thought that shit was funny as hell. They probably showed it to some other people and, you know, so on and so forth. I've seen videos where people dress crazy or they're in the most wildest video locations and they're doing the most outlandish shit. And that shit goes viral because people want to share it. You got to find something in your songs or in your videos to get people to need to share your videos. Regardless though, it all sparks emotion. So you want somebody to feel something in order for them to share it. Whether it's funny, whether it's sad, whether it makes somebody pissed off. All of those arousals are what is going to make you go viral. Focus on that. On top of making shit look good, making sure the song sounds good, and then focus on attracting people's feelings. The last advice that I want to talk to y'all before we end this podcast, if you want your music to be shared, you got to be able to stay on top of people's minds. And staying on top of mind basically is how often can you get a listener to think about you. One way that you could possibly do this is making music that is able to provide an emotional value to somebody. How many times have y'all went through your day and you were sad as shit? You went to go ahead and play some music, match the vibe of the scenario. Say you're with your homies. What music are you playing with your homies compared to when you're just chilling by yourself? What type of moods do you designate for each one of those songs? You want to make songs that when a listener is triggered by an emotion, say they're sad, they're like, oh, let me play this artist because I know he makes music in that mood. And now your song is emotionally providing value for that listener. Another example of this is, how many of y'all remember the song Friday by Rebecca Black? That song was terrible, ass. However, because the song name was Friday, throughout the song she's saying it's Friday. Every single Friday that comes up, that itself is a trigger for people to be like, damn, it's Friday.
Hey, bro, you hear that one song by Rebecca Black, bro?
Another reason why it went viral is because of how bad the song was. And so people would share this like, dude, this song is ridiculous as hell. Look at this shit. Like I said, create a trigger. Look how Rebecca Black did Friday. She named the song Friday. Now, every time it was a Friday, people would think about that song. Another example, and this is the last one I'll provide. How many of y'all put on some music that involves you getting ready to make some money or getting motivated, and you play a song that correlates to that as well? Whether you're in the mood to make money, the artists that are going to talk about making money, you're probably going to put their songs on. If your music doesn't have any triggers, it's going to be really hard for the listener to relate to it. Those are just some tips, like I said, how to find your target listener and how you should be putting your music out there. And just remember, man, there is a difference between being a starving artist and starving your art. Subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.